Watch what the word says.
For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil.
To the unthankful and to the evil. Because those folks that you lend and try to help, they're not thankful. They're not grateful. They don't appreciate what you did. They just think you had it. I'm telling you, people will be predators. They'll see what you're driving and see where you live and see what you wear, and they'll sit up just like a sex predator. Scoping it out. You know, I don't like to ask everybody. I just believe that you would just be between us. But they want you to keep it between y'all so nobody else know about it. So when they wedge on it, they go, hey, I hit this. But the children of the highest, we live in a kingdom principle. Kingdom principle is God's way. Before you release it, don't expect back to man. Let me tell you something about the expectations that we expected man to give back to us. First of all, it depends upon, I'll put it down for you. I'll give you two things. Parasites.
Okay.
You got two kinds of people. Parasites and protégés. Don't y'all read ahead. I hate it when y'all read ahead. Y'all look up. A parasite is freeloading. They know you have a good heart. They know if you have it, some kind of way you work it out. But they want a free ride. They freeload, their blood sucker. Now I didn't make that word up. When you look at the original text, it goes from freeloader to blood sucker. In other words, taking the very life out of you. Y'all stay with me. They sponge. They're sponging. What does the sponge do? Everything it touches, it takes a little out of, sponge absorbs stuff. Y'all out here with me. Every time you get a little something, they want a little something. Sponging. See, y'all still reading ahead of me. They're going from sponging to mooching. A moocher. Yeah, y'all know what a moocher is? I got it down there for you. Moocher begs, and it's endless. Every time you turn around, moocher needs something. They'll beg for everything. And the stuff that they beg for that they don't get, they will steal. That's moocher. It's endless requests. They're known for every time there's something to be given away or whatever. And what happens with a moocher is they're always receiving. It's a blessing to receive, but it's more of a blessing to give. And so when you're already receiving, you're being blessed, but you're never planning. And when you're already receiving, there's going to come a time, I'm going to be at the mercy of those people that's giving. And if somebody don't give me something, I haven't been planning. I don't have a harvest to expect. So if you're always receiving, I'm running over here and get this little free something. I'm going to go get that cheese they're giving away. Men don't need that cheese. Children of the high, mooching. Y'all stay with me. They want what you have earned. Everybody say earned. That you worked for. That you sweated for. That you went to school for. That you made sacrifices for. They want what you earned. They want to sit back and wait till you make it. Then get it from you. They don't want to go through what you had to go through to get it. They want to wait till you get it. Then ask you for it. And you're supposed to be a child of the Most High. Woo. Well, then the protégé, let's look at it right quick. The protégé, they're dependent and they're relying upon somebody. The protégé is. But the difference is, it's conditional. In other words, the inexperience of the individual that's the protégé is trying to tap into the experience of somebody that's experienced. Many times to be a young person hooking up with an older person. A younger, inexperienced person hooking up with an older, experienced person. That's a protégé. But the parasite is just going to take what you've earned. But the protégé wants to get what you've learned. Y'all not in here with it. See, if he can get what you learned, then he can get out there and earn it. But the moocher don't want to earn it. He wants you to do the work and just hand it over like you don't lost your mind. But the protégé is willing to follow you and carry your bags and listen to you. But see, that person, there are a lot of people, they want to be in the position you're in, they resent you, but they don't listen to you because people can't learn from you when they resent you. Look down there, I'll have it down there for you. Number one, footnote. You can't learn from somebody you despise. You just can't. You can't, you resent them, you're envious. We can only learn from people we honor and respect and admire, we approve of and think highly of. So if you don't have respect for individuals, you can't learn from them. And those are the very people you imported into their life. You sacrificed into their life. And then they'll throw up to you. I bought you a necktie. Come on. I'm going to stay in here. I'm not through. I took you out to the Texas Roadhouse. All right. Then I'm going to tell them what Paul said. It's only right if you will partake of the spiritual things that I put out for me to benefit from your natural things. That's what Paul said. Paul says, what I've given you was spiritual. And what you have given me was natural. And he said, it's only right. If I've done anything spiritual that have enriched your life, it's only right that I receive of your natural. Criticizing Paul because he was receiving offerings, receiving huge sums of money. Paul was highly educated, and he would lease ships and sail from Israel to Asia Minor. He had to pay for those ships. Today there would be charters. They call it charters. And people criticize ministries that have jets. What they need that jet for? Because we need to get somewhere quick without somebody filling me up at the airport. I don't have time nor the desire to let you send me through these changes. I need to be somewhere in the next 10 hours. And I can't spend 3 hours at the airport. Y'all not in here with me. And when I leave that place, I have to fly to somewhere else. And if I have my own plane, they don't search you when you get in your own plane. Y'all not here. God, y'all not in here. I got to hurry up. It's almost over. He says in Ephesians 6:5, read what he says.
Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters. Now,
in that day, he's not just talking about those that were indebted slaves. Indebted slaves were individuals that had borrowed in that day. Now, we need to go back to that. When folk borrowed from you in that day and you didn't pay, you went into, it wasn't slavery, what we consider slavery that we had in America, but it's in debt, it's in the debtor's prison. And if that person would allow you to work it off, you'd be their servant. They didn't call it slave anyway, but it was a master-servant relationship. But the only reason you had to work for them was to pay your debts off. And that person was to treat you right. He wasn't going to beat you with a whip and all that. So he says, servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, or that are over you. In other words, today, you that have foremen and supervisors and managers, you need to be obedient. Willing to obey them. Read what he says.
According to the flesh, with fear and trembling,
come on,
in singleness of your heart, as unto Christ.
Yeah, you need to have respect unto them and don't have a singleness of heart. In other words, one day you got one mood, the next day you have another mood. You need to keep the same mood as though you're working for Christ. When you go to your job tomorrow, you need to work on that job as though you're doing that for the Lord. Stay with me. Read what the word says.
Not with eyesight. Don't
you look around and see if the boss is looking at you. Eye service work. When your boss see you, all of you typing 100 words a minute. But when they're not looking, you put paper clips in your purse. Getting a few ink. Y'all not in here with me. Read what the word says.
Not with eye service as men
Yeah,
please,
you're just trying to please men. Read what the word says.
but as the servants of Christ,
You need to be working as though you're serving the Lord. All right. Read it.
doing the will of God from the heart,
Come on, read it.
with good will, doing service as to the Lord and not to men.
And whatever you're doing, do it as unto the Lord. If you at Cooper Tower, build that tower like you're building it for the Lord.
Yeah.
If you at Church's Chicken, dipping that double barrel water base, you dip it with Jesus in mind. Because you don't need Jesus after you eat that chicken. Y'all stay